How's it going, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the wrestling news. Alright, so let's go over some results for Raw. It was taped in England. So The Miz came to the ring and do his Miz segment, his Miz TV. He introduced Roman Reigns. Because, SmackDown likes and Raw likes to have these 4 wild cards. And it's just like the wild card's a good idea to have. Some fans were actually booing Reigns. Some fans are cheering Miz. Reigns was like saying, I want to see what this Miz is all about. Miz is like saying, Reigns, I want to see why you're going after Elias. And the fans kept chanting, walk Elias. Of course, they're weird. And in London, they always like to boo a lot. So don't have Reigns win that title right now. He'll probably get booed again. That'd be a bad idea. Vince or whoever runs the company. But Shane reminded Miz that he's still the boss. And Bobby Lashley and Elias attacked Reigns and Miz and said, this is where your show ends. And so they had a match, Roman Reigns and The Miz versus Bobby Lashley Elias. Miz ended up throwing his kicks at both opponents while they were on their knees. Lashley came up with help from Illegal Man. Elias going into a break. Elias tried to do Undertaker's walk. Yeah, because he's going to be facing Undertaker in Saudi Arabia. But Roman Reigns, The Miz, they beat Bobby Lashley and Elias by DQ. Shane joined in, working over the babyface duel, the heels. Miz returned to the ring with a chair and hit Lashley and Elias and Reigns threw a Superman punch at them while Shane backpedaled his way to the stage. Then the broadcast team is hyping a match between Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre and their contract signing involving Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Lacey Evans. Seth Rollins was shown talking with the man backstage, trying to hype a Rollins and AJ Styles match. They had a, Rollins versus Styles package. Interesting. And Strowman was walking backstage with Charlotte, approached with a mic. Zayn looks like he's telling on him, and Strowman's like, I'm not in the principal's office, but anyways, let's have a match tonight. And Shane says, he's like, oh, no. And Strowman's like, I insist, so it's going to be Strowman versus Zayn, the winner being the last Money in the Bank. In the final participant in Money in the Bank. Mojo Riley versus Apollo Crews. Riley won with a Alabama slam after Apollo Crews looked like he injured his knee. I don't know, probably fake. And then Alexa Bliss was having trouble with somebody saying that she's not getting her gear. So she asks Nikki Cross take her place. Cross takes her place, smiles, because she has to tell the McMahon family to. Becky Lynch is coming out there on a contract signing. Becky gets attacked by Charlotte and Lacey Evans out there fighting to punch each other. And Becky gets a powerbomb through the table. She has to defend her SmackDown Women's title and her Raw title against them on Sunday at Money in the Bank. Then we had a match between Ricochet and Baron Corbin. Ricochet tried to go for the 630. Corbin countered it. And then Ricochet tried to hit with another DT, but Corbin countered it with a pretty cool end of days, and he won the match. Then AJ Styles is back with Sarah. Get an interview saying he's going to be the next Universal Champion. Naomi made her entrance. They had a fatal 4-way. It was Naomi versus Dana Brooke versus Natalya versus Nikki Cross. It was a really good match. And Bliss came out just talking on with the ring announcers. Commentary. And Nikki Cross defeated Naomi. Honestly, Cross should be in that match. Since she won it. After the match, Cross and Bliss set up a ladder. Cross was climbing, but Bliss stopped her, and Bliss climbed the ladder and pulled down the Money in the Bank briefcase. Zayn looks like he was talking on the phone to somebody. Rey Mysterio versus Cesaro. Rey Mysterio and Cesaro getting a fight in the back. Rey Mysterio beat Cesaro with a frog splash and a 619. 619 frog splash. Then they had the backstage a couple weeks ago where the Usos were humiliating the Revival. Revival checked in the locker room and they're saying they're trying to challenge him to a match. Seth Rollins, I don't know if that match will happen at Money in the Bank. We'll have to find out. Seth Rollins says that he's going to retain his title and they proved that he's the best at Money in the Bank. They showed an NXT showcasing Kushida that used to be in New Japan Wrestling. Then they had the latest episode of Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt shows the darkness he has. He looks like he's a clown wearing this mask at the end, evil-looking mask. Interesting. I can't wait to see what they do with Bray Wyatt. Is he a face or heel? We don't know yet. Well, to me, it looks like a heel with that clown mask he was wearing. And then they had a match. Braun Strowman made his entrance. Strowman versus Sami Zayn in a Falls Count Anywhere match. For a Money in Bank participant. Corbin attacks Strowman, so does McIntyre. At the end, McIntyre hit a bunch of one Claymore to Strowman and a Future Shock on him. And Sami Zayn pinned him 1, 2, 3, so Zayn gets the Strowman spot. Strowman got mad after the match, and Corbin threw Zayn to Strowman. Strowman put Zayn through a table, and that's the end of Raw. Not a bad show. It was okay. Just don't know why they take out Strowman. Alright, wrestling fan, that's it. I'll give you more news. And if you like this channel, consider subscribing, because we have great wrestling content. I will give you results of Raw and SmackDowns every week, and I'll give you my predictions for the Wrestling Money in the Bank pay-per-view this Friday. Alright, thank you, wrestling fans. Take care.